Adam Kaufman here with you on, I guess it's the Pat Mayo experience. I'm just sort of stepping in for Pat Mayo. You've seen him all day. He's been gassed. He needed a break. Well, look, the show must go on, nevertheless. And so we got a couple of guests here. Always, you know. We got Gary Vayner here from Vayner Media, CEO, obviously. We're going to be bringing in a bunch of your guys here, including Robert Nkemdiche. And Robert, I mean, how good does the voice sound in these mics?
Sounds
nice
amazing,
and
man.
deep.
I can hear it. It generates, man. It sounds deep. It sounds like it's intense. You know what I mean? I like what it sounds like.
It's pretty good. How are you guys enjoying the roast so far?
Go ahead.
Go ahead, Robert.
It's good, man. This whole experience, just like what me and Gary were talking about, he had a really good event last night that I got to go to. And just really, man, making the most of these opportunities out here. And it's really just having a good time and just coexisting with people and networking and really having a good experience for the Super Bowl. And so it's really been fun. I'm looking forward to keep making some good moments here and keep enjoying it.
For, AJ, my brother AJ and I started Vader Sports after having Vayner Media for 8 years with one thesis, which was these players were ready to be dramatically more entrepreneurial and have much more professional careers. And so for me, even listening to his adjectives, there's plenty of fun and there's things to be done, but watching these guys network with each other, spending 6-7 hours of their day having meetings with brands and trying to business develop and meet with cryptocurrency companies, I think we're fundamentally seeing an incredible shift. And I think the Super Bowl gets a hell of a lot more businessy and boring if you don't love business in 4 years, because watching the athletes navigate from I'm a brand, I'm a business, I care about where my life is when I'm 57, which is very different than 10 years ago, I think has brought a very interesting energy.
Exactly, and that's something I've always appreciated, seeing him speak, and the things he, is feeding the minds of the youth and people who are growing up is to have, a wider perspective of the way you think, having a perspective of entrepreneur, because not only does that come business-wise, it comes with a lot more things you have to have structured in your life, responsibility, dreams, consistency, all those things that he does preach, and I like it because I think the same way, I pursued football, I love football to death, and I'm always pursuing it, and I always do things off the field that I know I can do because the entrepreneur mindset too.
Matt Paradis, who's the center for the Broncos, Pro Football Focus top 3 for the last 4 years in a row, literally woke up this morning at 7:30 to go with me because I was going in studio to read my audio book that just came out. Like, that is not what football players were doing.
Sure.
I didn't get invited. Well, he didn't invite me.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Look at this.
We did this. I got to balance all the time together. So,
I want to spend so much time with
exactly.
It's super interesting, though, to watch these kids evolve, and I think that's the energy I'm excited about.
As a defensive player in particular, now I don't know how familiar you are with. How do you feel about fantasy sports in general? Let's just start there. And know your audience.
Tell the truth.
I'll tell the truth. I mean, I
know you can't play.
I don't really
not right now.
Exactly.
But
I don't indulge in it as much as I actually, thought I would. I mean, I appreciate the fact of what they do, and I think it's a cool concept.
Yeah.
But I just don't, play into it as much as I have. Some of my homies do like fantasy football and stuff like that. Is that what it's similar to? Okay, something like that. I think it's cool though because it gives people a connection with.
Now hold on, Robert. You scored a touchdown this year.
Yes, exactly.
So you might start you might want to start thinking about it differently.
Exactly, and people appreciated me. They're like, "Yo, you won me my fantasy game." I was like, "That's sick." You know what I mean?
That's why things like that are going to be a lot bigger for you going forward. I'm going to tell you why. 100%. One thing that DraftKings is doing. It really started in the playoffs, but applies to you come next year because it's going to be going all season long.
Exactly.
See, the way fantasy used to work, you have all your skill players, all the offensive players, which, by the way, you should take as a dig. You should be offended by that.
Yeah, exactly.
You're not a receiver, a running back, a quarterback, a tight end. All of a sudden, you're not a skill guy.
Exactly.
It's not right.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not right.
So it gives us the opportunity to
so what it's going to do is you can now draft defensive players specifically week to week. Somebody could say, Robert Nkemdiche, you're going to be on my team this week. I'm going to have to pay up for you a little bit maybe, but if you score me a touchdown, then you're really winning weeks.
Is it going to be about offensive points?
They're going to pick up.
Or are they going to pick up tackles and yards for losses?
It's going to be tackles.
Because Robert's not playing. I don't think Robert's going to score that many more touchdowns in his
career. They didn't put me on a goal line. I already talked about it with my old coach. I'm telling you.
Fullback, baby.
We're going to have to discuss this.
No, it's going to tackles, sacks, all that stuff.
Exactly.
I mean, that's what it's all about.
Exactly. Or you can make it happen on the defensive side, too. You can get sacks, you run through people, and
for sure.
And
no,
create,
it's exactly what it's going to be.
So
people are going to be leaning on you.
Exactly.
Any extra pressure, though?
No. You just keep going, man. You know what you are, and you know what you
Block out the noise, right?
Exactly. You keep
Does this
going.
guy look like a face that takes pressure? He gives pressure.
Exactly.
Hey, So you were telling me even before we came on the air, Robert, you actually got something pretty cool coming up here. So you're going to be going and doing a palm reading thing with kids.
From what I've understood, that's what I'm going into. Somebody's going to be reading my palm, or I'm reading their palm. I have no idea how to read palms, but
you just make stuff up.
I'm down. I'm be like, you know what? This right here means your future.
Yeah. What is this line? Well, let's find out. Read my palm.
I have no idea. Oh,
Pratt, go read my palm. What's
the
this?
Jets
What's this
are
tell
going to
you?
win the 2024 Super Bowl.
Oh, stop that.
Yes, the Jet. That's what I'm reading.
Stop that.
Yeah, that's what I'm reading. Jets, baby. 2024.
The Cardinals are going to win the next Super Bowl. That's right. That's what I'm seeing all right there.
How motivating is it to be around this scene? Because obviously, I mean, you don't want to be here in the sense that, like, you'd rather be working. You want to be here. You want to be playing.
You want to be doing things that make you better.
So when you're around this and you see this and you see, you know, so many of your NFL colleagues obviously doing the same thing, but you got to be thinking, I mean, next year, like, let's get us here.
That's in the back of my mind. You know what I mean? Of course, I'm enjoying all the camaraderie and the people, because without all these people here, football wouldn't be what it is. 'Cause, you know, these are the people who generate the energy that we need. They're fanatics and they're fans about it, but I would much rather want to be playing in it, and that's my goal next year, is to be playing in it. That's the energy I'm going into the season with. So.
Before we let you go in a minute, what do you think about what's going on with the Cards right now? Because obviously, I mean, new coach, new quarterback, your running back's going to be coming back healthy.
I think if we all just kind of get in a cohesive mindset of what the plan is, and that we're all going to work to a certain degree, that we're all going to be on the same page and work towards a common goal, I feel like we can do it. You know what I mean? Regardless of whoever our quarterback is or the coaches, I feel like it's a mindset that we have to create as players. You know what I mean? So. And that's what we're going to do. And some people have to set the tone, you know what I mean? So I'm going to be one of the people to go in there, set the tone from the beginning of what it's going to be and what we should do next year.
We're going to get Braxton Miller on in a second, but just real quick, I remember hearing, tell me if I'm making this up, but I remember hearing at the end of last year, well, I hope I'm not.
Made it up.
I hope I'm not. At the end of last year, when obviously Bruce Arians retired, I remember hearing the story that you guys actually knew, but out of respect, nobody said a word.
Yes. That's the kind of guy he is. Like, he was so, like, real and organic. People respect him so much for the guy he is, and it was just real, man. I mean, he had a moment.
That's a deep emotional.
It is. He had a
connection
moment.
with your coach.
Exactly, man. And people were like sharing a lot of "I love yous." You know, it was real. You know what I mean? Because I feel like we grew through a lot of moments in that season, and that's reflected, man. That respect that we'd have not to say anything. That's kind of what it was. That accountability that we've grown to, come together as a team.
See, it's a good thing I wasn't making it up.
Yeah, well, you weren't.
We'll keep Gary around here.
I tweeted it like at 11:59 that night, though.
You wanted to break the news?
Exactly. I was going to let it roll over to the next hour and be like, I said it first.
Robert Nkemdiche, the Cardinals. All right, we'll let you go, man. We're going to bring on one of your boys here. Braxton Miller is going to join us.
I'll see you later.
All right.